One of the biggest items of speculation in the movie fan world in recent years has been who will play Indiana Jones next. Hundreds of fan theories ranging from Chris Pratt to Shia LaBeouf to Bradley Cooper. A short time ago, Indy producer Frank Marshall suggested that the only person they're looking at for a potential new Indiana Jones movie is Harrison Ford himself. Now, director Steven Spielberg is taking it one step further, saying the following in a recent interview with Screen Daily. I don't think anyone could replace Harrison as Indy. I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's certainly not my intention to ever have another actor step into his shoes in the way there have been many actors that have played Spider-Man or Batman. There is only going to be one actor playing Indiana Jones, and that's Harrison Ford. John, do you take Spielberg's comments as suggesting we'll never see another actor play Indiana Jones?
You know, when Marshall came out and made his comments about it, I thought, okay, so that clears the air. The next Indiana Jones movie won't have Pratt, Cooper, whoever else, Shia LaBeouf, whatever. It's going to be Harrison Ford the next one, and then they'll probably move on with whatever. I've read these comments several times, and he really is giving the impressions like, nah, it's Harrison or nothing. Harrison. Now, I don't know if he means that in the sense that if Harrison Ford, has his fifth plane crash in 2 months, whatever, that they'll still never make enough. I'm kind of reading it as him saying there will only ever be one Indiana Jones. There won't be any more Indiana Joneses when Harrison Ford can't do it anymore. And I have a hard time believing that, but it does sound to me like that's what Spielberg's saying. I know, Schnepp, you heard his comments. What do you think this all means?
I believe that that's what he wants to have happen, but I mean, there's already been other actors who've played Indiana Jones. River Phoenix played a young Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Why can't we go back and do another flashback sequence with the older Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones and then recast a younger Indiana Jones? They've already done it. They, in fact, had a TV series called The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, where I can't remember the dude's name, but some dude played Indiana Jones in like 30 episodes where he met Benjamin Franklin or whatever. So I haven't seen it. So he didn't meet Benjamin
Did he
Franklin.
make Benjamin
That's
Franklin?
one magical fridge.
It was a time travel
into.
episode, guys. Give me a break. I'm just saying, there's been other people who've played Indiana Jones. I have a hard time believing that, like, in the next 20 years, someone else will not don the fedora and carry that whip. But I'm hoping that they do a fifth Indiana Jones so that I could forget about Crystal Skull once and for all.
And featuring Napoleon as Short Round. I think Indiana Jones is definitely going to continue after Harrison Ford no longer dons the fedora. And here's why. Because Steven Spielberg's one of his best friends of all time, his Hawaii vacationing buddy, George Lucas, forever said there's not going to be any Star Wars movie unless he's the guy involved with it. And then he sold the company. So people can change, opinions can change, your mind can change about something like this. What is curious to me is that the next Indiana Jones movie seems like it is going and that Harrison Ford will be there, but do they use a flashback sequence like what we're talking about, which they used that trick in pretty much every Young Indiana Jones Chronicles film, because it was like always old Indiana Jones at the beginning, who was also not Harrison Ford. It was some old Indiana Jones, and he'd find some random kid in like a dentist office to tell a story to. Like, hey, I ever tell you about the time I stole a buffalo nickel from Hitler? And then they went back, and then you saw that adventure. So that's the way they're going to do it. But in order to do that movie, you have to have somebody young playing that version of Indiana Jones. Or is this new Indiana Jones movie going to take place again in the 50s when Indiana Jones has just finished saving the world from aliens, and then they're going to go off on another adventure? So I'm just confused as to what the timeline for Indy 5 is going to be if Harrison Ford is in there.
Yeah, more to your point, too, about the whole, like they said, they would never do more Star Wars. Remember, for the longest time, Spielberg, Lucas, they all said, after, what was the name of the final one? Indiana Jones and
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
No, the Last Crusade.
The Last Crusade.
Last Crusade, they said that was it. They said no more Indiana Jones movies, and then a number of years later they did. So I got to believe Spielberg when he says that, but at the same time, I got to believe there are studio heads that are like, that's nice, Steven, and you do have all the weight in the world, but we'll wait a little while longer and we'll change your mind.
At the end of the day, they're like, you've thrown your name on Transformers. Let us make another Indiana Jones.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.